Okay, everything should be up and ready to go now. Won't be a long one today, but it'll still be a one period. Your magic white rabbit has left me driving up the wall. We follow like Alice and left us writing on the wall. Alright, I'm just making sure everything is up and ready to go. And it looks like it. Yep, we're good to go then. Alright. Time to do hard mode. So before I do much else, we're just going to real quickly do this part. Because now I can do this. And okay, well, you better be listening to me with what I'm about to say. I read I'm here, and in my head, my mind just went, oh, I am here. I think I've been reading too many My Hero stories. And we now have the Bunny Girl skins.
Let's go on a date to the baseball stadium sometime.
Oh.
Coming too, of course.
Oh, Blanc. Where's Noir? Did I equip hers when I got that one yesterday? I don't think I did. Cringe. What's cringe? The fact that I'm reading so many of My Hero stories. They're just fun to read, okay? We'll do that later. For now, let's see what we can do. We're just going to do a single roll and see what happens. Not for K, just for general. Yes, my hero, yeah. Yeah, I haven't really been looking for new stuff too much right now. And we're going to do the event.
We will also emerge victorious, so long as we never give up hope.
This is the entire purpose of me doing this stream. So we're going to buy the scales. And let's see what we got. So this is the scales. And this is... Oh, I like how hard mode scales weapons. And then we have Blanc's skin equipped for this, because of course I do.
Engaging with enemy. Commander, stay behind me.
I actually really like this skin. It looks super cool. And they go, boom, motherfuckers. Thank you, Rouge. I kind of feel sad that Rouge doesn't have a skin yet when the other members of her squad have 2 each. Personally, I want the next Bunny Girl event to see Rouge get a Bunny Girl suit and Blanca Noir get the dealer outfits. Because I think that would be great if it's an event where they switch jobs just for some reason. I don't care why. It would be funny to me. She came late. I know that's part of why. And the fact that Blanca Noir are an iconic duo. Rouge is still my favorite member of 777, though. I don't care if that opinion's controversial. It's mine. Granted, I spend a lot of time on casino. Well, not a lot of time on casino floors, but I have good memories on casino floors. And then I also just want to point out that both base models of the Perilous Siege members have SMGs. So my current theory now is that whenever Kay gets her second out version, she's going to use a sniper too.
We had to use the mercy roll.
That's my current theory.
Watch over me.
We just go through. I'm very curious too about what's going to happen with this final event, or this final moment for this event, because as we saw last week, the commander is currently in the running to become an actual judge, with X trying to groom them into being their replacement.
Mission complete.
Which I think is going to be interesting if that's what happens.
Target acquired. Shoot to kill. Destroyed. Clear. Kill confirmed.
Yeah, there's never too much for the beginning of hard mode. Just because it's all just wait until my Nikke wipe the floor with things.
It looks like I've won this game.
But it's fine. We just wipe the floor with raptures and keep it moving down the line. And then I'm honestly really happy about the... I'm still kind of surprised that we didn't get an actual baseball event in the story. Because I know they mentioned the baseball event coming, but I guess it was just the minigame and Blanc. I never actually finished the minigame. I should do that later, if it's still up.
As long as we're together, I will never.
And that was halfway. It's also funny to me how much faster it is for me to complete hard mode than it is for normal mode. Because I think the regular mode live stream for this was like 2 hours, right? I'm actually going to check real quick. Yeah, it was a 2-hour live stream I did for the original one. And then, oh my god, it's kind of funny to see the varied difference in live stream times for these events. But it just has to do with the story. There's not as much story for hard mode. I will definitely say I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with Stellar Blade. If they did a baseball event, it would have to involve 40 plus Nikke to have two teams. Mistless versus Tetra? Maybe. Those two... Tetra easily has the most Nikke out of everyone. Actually curious real quick how many Nikke everyone has right now. 40 plus Nikke to have two teams of the entire Nikke against each other. So there's roughly... Honestly, yeah. Elysian and Missilus both roughly have 30 Nikke each that are currently playable. And Tetra Line has about 42. If my 43, I think. My numbers are right. These are only counting SSRs, of course. Though, to be fair also, Ball, if they do a Nikke event for the companies, you know they're going to have mass-produced Nikkes in there. Just mass-produced Nikkes retrofitted to do baseball. Oh my god, that would actually be adorable, though. Imagine every single mass-produced Nikke getting a baseball-themed skin. Tell me that wouldn't be cool. That would actually be really dope. And if they did a mission pass for it, where it's like every other level you get a skin for one of them. Oh, okay. Shift Up, feel free to use this idea if you ever watch the stream. Please give us some skins for those mass-produced Nikke. Baseball skins. Do like a $30 mission pass where every other rank you get a skin. Something like that, because there's a total of 9 mass-produced Nikke. So if you do it like 20, and then they would be based. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm thinking this idea out loud. It's actually a cool idea. Because no one touches the mass-produced Nikke because they just sit there. Oh, a first-time chatter on Twitch asking me to add them on Discord.
Won this game.
That doesn't sound suspicious in the slightest.
Target acquired. Shoot to kill.
Then you just keep putting bullets in them, D.
I'll reload. I'm hitting a home run. I'm gonna roast you all alive.
Doo-doo.
Finish it. Mission complete.
There we go. All right. Last one. Are we ready to see the ending for hard mode? As this chump doesn't look like he's going to last long.
Let's test your luck. I'm hitting a home run. I'm gonna roast you all alive. Time to wrap this up. Mission complete.
All right. And let's see what we got. I should have worn my cosplay for this, damn it. So you couldn't bear the weight of the crown? I knew from the beginning that it would be too much for you. If you'd known that from the start, you should have told me. Besides, I haven't removed it. I've only let someone borrow it for a while. Someone willing to carry it in my stead. I've got a pretty good idea who it is. But still, that is very much your way of doing things. Right, instead of balancing the scales, I tilt my head. You got a problem with that? Not really. Not right now. What matters is whether there is conviction behind your actions. Please. Like you're so perfect. So what happened to your mission? Weren't you investigating that cult? I'm something of a free agent now. So I decided to come and help out. A free agent? Yeah. I'm giving this whole vigilante thing a try. He said that he'd bear all responsibility and that I could do whatever I wanted. He said he trusts me. Well, he sure is a funny guy. Tia does not answer and taps at her phone. In Kay's pocket, her phone vibrates with a notification. Investigation data. Commit it to memory. I guess it hasn't properly started yet. We need to be especially cautious with this mission. Right. They did say they would leave my fate to Wolfie. But I'm still not convinced that they'll let me walk away from this. You can still opt out of this if you want. What's gotten into you? Let's go already. I have to make a righteous judgment. What are you looking at? Arcana was telling me all this stuff about self-suggestion. And it's supposed to be effective, so I'm giving it a try. You've changed. Yeah? Wolfie said nothing changed. Well, I guess I did. Humans change. Same must go for Nikke as he used to be human. I used to hate that. But I've decided not to let it get to me. Not anymore. Dee turns around and walks away with a word. Kay follows. So where do we start? I need to find someone. What's the name? Depra. Depara? An old man reclines in a luxurious armchair, sipping from a glass. Speak. A male voice flows from the antique headset the old man holds. Already finished? Then what's the agenda for next Monday? I don't remember what voice I did for X, so we're just making one up on the spot. Take it easy. Everyone stumbles in the beginning. So you understand everything that's happened thus far? Are you referring to what V was handling? You're mistaken. That's been out of our hands for some time. It's already out of our control. I admire your passion that you want to succeed again. But remember, they are simply tools. It does not matter whether they succeed or fail. They simply need to exist. That's all. If you understand that, then you can get to work. There have been some complications, so you'll need to work that much harder. It's been a long time since I heard someone recite slogans by rote. Certainly not since V or automated voice systems. Such a rare trait to find in a young person these days. X pauses as he reaches again for his glass. The more I think about it, the more I like it. For the sake of a righteous judgment. Lord for Justice End. It's 7.
It looks like I've won this game.
I know. I went back and forth on that last stream. Just because I keep changing how I pronounce it between 7 and V. I was trying to commit to calling him 7 for most of last time, but I fail heavily. You can barely hear a word I'm saying. What? Seriously? Oh, god damn it. That just means I need to readjust microphone stuff later. Which is weird, because everything is at max sensitivity, so it should hear me perfectly. How about now? Oh, Jesus Christ. When I was reading the dialogue, you could barely hear me. God damn it. Do I at least sound better now? I lowered my voice too much? Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, notes for me to fix next week for the new event, I guess. And you know, Ball, if you were in stream more often, you could tell me that more often, huh? I'm still waiting for this song to go on Spotify. Either way, we have completed Lord for Justice. And does my microphone sound good right now? hope so, because I'm hopefully not needing to buy a new microphone soon, because I don't know what's up with this one. Because I remember when I got it, it sounded fine, but now I keep hearing that there are issues with my volume quality on stream whenever someone's actually in it. So I'm not sure what to really do about it, honestly. No, that's a future me problem. As is, yeah. As is, I really enjoyed the event. I definitely like the ending that we got for Kay as is, where Kay is currently operating solo. I might just need to buy a new mic later. I definitely like the route that's being taken with Kay. I think that's really, really cool. I am definitely hoping that we get to see more of all of that going down later. Just because I like Perilous Siege. They're like my favorite squad. For, I would say, good reason. Considering first MLB, first SSR. He just doing the arenas now, just to do stuff. I'm just trying to think of stuff to say right now about the event, because I really liked it. I didn't realize that Mist came up at the last Perilous Siege event, because I never did the last Perilous Siege event. I only found out about that because I was texting someone else who did it. So I definitely think it's interesting that that's coming back. I am very happy that Shift Up is bringing the older things back, but I'm just kind of annoyed that we never saw anything else related to Shift Up, or not to Shift Up. We never saw anything related to, what's it called? Mist or 6-0 since before the Crown event. It's been over a year since these things have come up, and I, for one, would have liked to see them more. Just because I've never done those events, so I don't know these things. Aside from that, I don't think I can actually fight anyone in the special arena right now. I just lose, right? Basically, I lose to everyone. Maybe not you, but one day I'll be good in special arena again. Or for the first time, because I've never been good, but I've been passable. Let's see. What else do we have? I know next week we have the Nikke baseball game. I, for one, am very, very excited for such a monumentally historic occasion of Hololive versus Nikke. Obviously, Nikke is better than Hololive, so that'll be fun to see. Because obviously I can compare apples to oranges in that situation. I don't have much to say about Nikke at the moment. I know Stellar Blade should actually be coming out next week, right? So I'm pretty sure the collab is set to come out on the 11th or the 12th. That will be fascinating to see. Nikke PNGs don't lie. That is very true. For very good reason. I will agree with that. Though, to be fair, some of the Nikke do lie, depending on their job description. I'm looking specifically at Underworld Queens, Viper, Perilous Siege, Dorothy. But that's story lead. That's another mess. No, Rupee, it does not feel great spending money. Nor does it ever feel good spending money. Yeah, I'm definitely think that's going to be a fun thing. And I'm also really kind of looking forward to the Stellar Blade collab. I have not played Stellar Blade yet because I don't own a PlayStation of any sort. However, I am looking forward to getting the PC release. I know it should basically be out by now, right? Pretty sure it's out by now. I haven't done it yet, but I will definitely be getting that, especially so I can get the DLC for Nikke with it. Then we'll just go to the command center real quick, do advisements. Hi, Dorothy. You seem to have a close relationship with the Nikkes by your side. If I may ask, how do you see them? They're like family. Family? I'm sorry, but I don't see how humans and Nikke can be considered family.
Fine. You've piqued my interest.
Yeah. The more I talk to Dorothy, the less I really like her. We're just blitzing these real quick because they're not that important, but I might as well get them done. I am... You will laugh my ass. You will laugh your ass off while because you feel Dark Souls 3. You know, I've never beaten Dark Souls 3. Right? It took me an hour to clear the tutorial. Yeah, it took me an hour to. Oh, oh God. Yeah, so definitely going to do some Stellar Blade streams. It's going to be comedy gold. Stellar Blade is one of the games that's better with controllers, right? Or at least I assume it will be. Since it was made for the controllers. Oh God, it's worse. Yeah, I also died in the tutorial to Elden Ring because I saw the bloodstain and I assumed the bloodstain meant that's where I needed to go. So I jumped off a cliff because the bloodstain told me to. Not the bright. Do not play it without controller. Yeah, it's going to be like The Witcher, isn't it? Because I remember trying Witcher with mouse and keyboard and I got so confused. And then granted, I had a problem with The Witcher 3. In the fact that what? No, my issue with Witcher 3 was that I started doing a level 33 boss at level 3. So I was doing a boss that was 30 levels above me. I got an order from the higher ups that I've got a serious issue with. If you're me, what would you do? Protest at least once. You're right. I'd feel sick to my stomach if I didn't say anything. All right, good. I'll try talking with them. Half the game language. What? What game languages? Let's see, just dodge. I actually got really good at dodging in The Witcher 3 for a hot minute because of that boss. I got really good at dodging that stupid spider. Because I was required to dodge. I think I was still using mouse and keyboard with that too, though.
Thank you for always taking care of me.
See, what I was doing was I saw the boss. I was basically sniping it with Igni and dodging. And I think I whittled it down by a quarter, but never more than that. But I will definitely say, oh yeah, no, uh, that's not language though. The game language would be some. Not sure. You're talking more like game social, not even social contract. Yeah, see, I know that one. I'm I know game language. I'm not fluent in game language. I feel like that's the better way to put it. Yes, I did think I'll follow that. I guess I know of some. I thought it was like the thing that I've seen in tutorials for Nintendo games where they just have something to show you what to do on the tutorial. Because a lot of my experience in the past with games like that are Nintendo games. Now let's kill Kraken. I really do need a better Kraken team, honestly. I feel like Siren and SBS are non-negotiable. Okay, yeah, no, I understand what you mean. I'm trying to think, like, I feel like it's more like customs than language, though. So yeah, culture, custom, something like that. Because game languages is a different thing. Maybe literacy would be the right word, but even then, no. It's a pictorial language. Yeah. I don't know. This is going to bug me now because you brought this up and I can't think of a word that accurately fits. Because I know exactly what you're talking about, too. Like, yeah, we see the platform. We think to jump. Well, I mean, I guess not all gamers think that because I remember the Cuphead game journalist review. It's more instinct though too because we see those things and we know what we need to do with them. As gamers, I don't know. That's a thing. I really like Scarlet Black Shadow skin. That was a gotcha skin, well worth it. For the light. Oh, I like Siren. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It is more like instinct, honestly. Not instinct. It's really hard to explain because it's like when you're a kid, you learn how to walk, you know how to do it. It becomes an instinctual response. You see apple, you know food. That is true. Especially since we've done storytelling from the similar vein and Dungeons and Dragons, so we know about game design in that sense. We've played it, so we've seen how it works. But it's like when you were a kid, you learn how to walk or ride a bike. You see certain things, and you know how to respond to that stimuli. That's not a language, though. That's programming. It's how you're programmed to respond to the stimuli, I guess. I don't know. That's actually a very interesting idea now that I'm going to be thinking about all day. I like Siren. She's adorable. Oh, Blanc. I really should try. Asuna with crown and Rappy later. Yesent. Yesent, because coding languages are a thing, but the program is the functionality that the code is executing. So it is like HTML is a language, but the specific sentence that it puts out is the website. So I guess maybe literacy. I don't know. Because I see where the analogy is. It just feels like it's missing something to me. Or like, I think the more accurate one would be like JavaScript. I don't as much anymore, but I know the language of JavaScript enough to put a sentence together. But knowing that isn't just no. Literacy implies language. Not always, though. Ah, scheisse. Literacy implies something to interpret. Literacy just implies something to interpret, not necessarily a language to do that with. And I die on Kraken number 3, 4. Okay, I'll take it. I will also say Siren's Gotcha skin is adorable, and I love it. Why are you crying? What does interpret involve doing? Interpretation is the act of inferring information or studying and understanding information from specific data or stimulus in front of you, which does not always need to be language. It could be pattern recognition for puzzles or anything else. We interpret things a lot more with literacy overall just because that's how a lot of our basic communication is handled. I guess I'm gonna have. There is a good chance we just have this debate while I'm streaming. Correct. Yes, and there, like I said, the language is not just words. Okay. Oh. Fair. Language. Yeah, I guess language is by nature the way for which we communicate with specific ideals. But I would still argue you don't need a language to interpret something. Specifically because pictography exists. And even if picture languages are a thing, they're not necessarily a language in and of themselves as they can be with pattern recognition. So that's where my argument is. The argument for the other one too is just, I don't know. It feels like I understand the language idea for that, but it just feels like it's missing something from me. That being said, though, that's going to be stream. We need a language to put definition to your interpretation. Okay, now we're getting even more technical here. We're gonna have this debate later, preferably when we're both a little more awake. Tune in next time where I explain the result of me and Ball after I get on a phone call with him and have a conversation about language and its deeper meaning. Oh God, we are nerds. I always knew I was a fucking nerd. Have a good one, audience of, I don't know, but enjoy your evening. I hope you enjoyed the game. I will see you all next week for more Nikke. And probably Stellar Blade content with that. You're laughing, but you know that we're going to have this debate at least on our drive in a couple days, if nothing else.